So hello everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the new day and new vlog. Today we have with us our beloved friend Muntasir. How are you, Muntasir?
I am fine. And how are you?
Superb. And I hope you have watched yesterday's video in which we discussed about the semester fee of RPTU Kaiserslautern, an update regarding the Deutschland ticket. And if you have not watched that video, then you can go and watch that video. Today we thought that we'll discuss about the documents which are required to apply for a master's program in informatics for RPTU Kaiserslautern. You can say if you want to study masters in Germany as well in RPTU Kaiserslautern, what we study, Muntasir?
We study masters in computer science.
Yeah, or you can say in informatics. And although we have made one video regarding the application process where we showed the portal, right?
Correct, yeah.
Where to upload which documents, but I think some students might have these queries like what documents we prepared regarding it. So I think it's good to discuss that part in detail. So Muntasir, if we start about the list of documents.
So this the list of documents where we can find it, the same portal where we showed you the
Yeah.
application point.
Yeah.
I think we will put the link in the description.
Yeah, that would be good.
But how we prepared it, we will go through one by one and
Yeah.
discuss it. And I think the first point is the obvious point, that is your curriculum vitae or
yeah,
CV.
Yeah. And I think CV is important, like which tool or which thing you used, which website you used to prepare
For
the CV.
me or for Germany, they prefer Europass CV,
Yeah.
where actually you have to show your skills or your education in a chronological level,
Yeah.
reverse order.
Yeah.
Means that the latest exam or latest job that you're doing
Yeah.
should be in the top.
Yeah, in the top.
And in the Europass, we have a option. Europass is a website,
Yeah.
and I went there and made my CV from Europass.
Correct. And I also used Europass for making this CV part. So I think first document is the CV. You can use Europass. I think it is recommended as well.
Correct.
Like if you are applying for a university in Germany. And what is the next document?
The next document is degree certificate,
Yeah.
both the original one and the translated version.
Correct. I think it's good to have both. And if you don't have maybe the degree, you can maybe ask to the corresponding department if you can apply with the provisional degree certificate.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And also for the translated version, usually they say the translated version should be in German.
Yeah.
But for my case, I only provided the English one and I didn't need the German version.
Okay.
The only English version was good enough.
Okay.
But if it is not in English, it is in other version like Hindi or Bangla, then you may need to convert it in a
Yeah.
German version.
Yeah, maybe legalized translation
That's true.
is required in that case. And I think this is important, like you submitted the English
English version.
version.
Yeah,
And what is the next document now?
so the next document is transcription of records.
Transcript of records.
That's true.
Maybe I think semester wise where you have your marks and the subjects
That's
which
true.
are mentioned.
If you have completed your bachelor, you know that you have a grade for every semester. You can ask it for the university,
Yeah.
so you can get it.
And I think the important part is that when you mention maybe tentatively your specialization, what you want to study, then I think it's good that they might match the subjects as well, what you studied in your bachelor's. So I think that is also important when you are applying with your transcript.
That's
Now coming to the next document.
So the next document is the description of subjects covered during previous syllabus.
Yeah.
So that points you are mentioning.
Yeah.
That for our bachelors, they asked that what subjects we have studied.
Yeah.
For me, I went to the university. I asked them this is syllabi or something.
Yeah, syllabus.
And then they gave me a list of documents where
Yeah.
the subject's name is mentioned.
Yeah.
As well, what I have studied in those subjects, like in 5 to 6 lines.
Correct.
A list of the Word document.
Correct.
I uploaded in the website.
Correct. And I think I also downloaded one of the documents from my university where they mentioned for the program, suppose if I'm doing bachelor's in computer science and engineering, then there is one PDF where the subjects are mentioned, which subjects will be covered in this program.
Correct.
So I think that you can ask for your home university where you study, and then you can upload that document as well.
Yes.
Now the next document.
So the next document is the letter of motivation.
Correct. So I think that is also important why you are applying.
That's true.
That's important.
So you should write a good letter of motivation.
Yeah.
You can write it in doc file and just convert it.
Correct. And now Muntasir, here, if you want to share your experience, how?
So for me, I connected it from some letter of motivation from my previous person who already applied here.
Yeah.
So those and search in the Google obviously.
Correct.
And then made my own based on my experience and all.
Yeah.
And then I proofread it with some person.
Okay, but how you organized it? Because some students, who do not have letter of motivation or they want to make it for the first time, how they can prepare it or what help they can take?
Well, for writing the letter of motivation, I think couple of questions is mandatory.
Yeah.
For example, what is your background?
Correct.
Why you are qualified?
Yeah.
Why you want to study in the university?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your interest? what we will do after completing your study.
Yeah,
So
what's your
that's
goal?
kind.
And I think it is also important to mention your history, like he said, like what you studied in your bachelor's, how is it related to your master's program. And I think it is good to have that in ordered manner as well.
Correct.
So I think you can make letter of motivation. You can refer from the internet as well, maybe some templates, some idea. And some students, I think, might use Chat GPT as well.
That's true. Nowadays you can use just ChatGPT and
Yeah.
ask, this is my
Yeah.
CV, make me a cover letter.
Yeah, but I think it's important to have an original touch. Like
Yes.
what's because your story is unique, so you know that very well. So if you write by yourself, you can have a template. But I think it's important if you write by yourself.
That's
that
true.
part.
Then it will be reflecting that the personal touch, and the judge who is actually checking it,
Yeah.
they will understand. Okay, this is from ChatGPT or this is from original
yeah,
version.
correct. And there might be tools, to detect if it's generated or not. So I think it's always good to write by your own. Now coming to the next document.
So the next document is 2 letter of recommendation from your faculty staff.
Yeah. So I think what you did for this.
So for this, I went to my university. I talked with my professors. Some of them already knew me, so I asked them that
Yeah.
I need to show the letter of recommendation,
Yeah.
and they already provided me. They had some template because for students they usually need it,
Yeah.
who are actually willing to go to further studies.
Yeah.
So they had the template. They just modified it according to my result and everything, and they just sent it to me.
Correct. And I think I also did this thing that I asked my professors, like from the university with whom I did maybe my major project or minor project. And I think they helped writing those letters because, as you said, they have these templates and, then you can modify your details, what projects you did under those professors. And I think it's good to attach from the 2 letter of recommendations from the professors itself, because some students maybe might have this doubt, like, do they have to attach the experience letter of recommendation or the study part of letter of recommendation?
Here actually it mentions that from either university or a research. So I
Okay.
would say that
It's recommended to have it
recommended
from
to
the
have
university, from the professors,
Yes.
even if maybe you have the letter of recommendation from the company where you worked. But I think since it's explicitly mentioned, so
that is better to have it from the university.
correct. Now the next document, Muntasir.
So the next document is English language qualification certificate.
Yeah,
so
this
that
is
your
important.
TOEFL or IELTS.
Yeah, so I think it's good to give that because that is required. Sometimes it might happen, maybe students have this doubt that since I did my bachelor's in English, can I attach that proof?
Yeah, I think the language certification that you have, like medium of instruction, which is
Yeah,
English,
yeah.
that can be used in some cases.
Yeah, but I think to be sure it's good to give IELTS.
It's
Yeah.
good to give IELTS or TOEFL and then
Yeah.
submit that result.
Correct.
I would not say for RPTU, but for many other universities, they actually allow medium of instruction.
Yeah.
But for the MSc, for Bangladesh, it actually needed IELTS.
Yeah,
So you
so-
have to give it.
So I think it's important to give that exam as well, and then you can submit that document. Now coming to the next set of document.
So the next actually this is the final part. We don't have an initial document, but you can submit additional document.
Which are not mandatory but recommended.
That's true, and
Yeah.
that is GRE.
Yeah, and I think one more document we had.
And that is
with the-
actually your further qualification. That if
Yeah.
you have any further qualification,
Yeah.
along with if you have a GRE, you can
Yeah.
submit that. If
Yeah.
you have further qualification, you can submit that.
Yeah.
This actually provides that okay, you are actually interested and more than qualified for
Correct.
the RPTU program.
Correct. But one question might arise here, since it's not mandatory, should we give GRE or not?
It's actually up to you.
Yeah.
For example, you are preparing for USA, you are preparing for Germany, you
Yeah.
have couple of other universities
Yeah.
where it is required to have GRE. For example, for some university in the Berlin, I think
Yeah.
they have mandatory GRE requirement.
Yeah.
So you have prepared for the GRE and you have the document, so maybe you can submit it. But
Correct.
if you are like solely focused on RPTU and you are sure that okay, I will go to this university, and you have don't have the GRE, then you can just submit it without the GRE.
Correct. But I think we will recommend that you give the GRE and then submit the document. If we talk about our experience, like for me, I did not submit GRE, and you.
Me too. I didn't submit.
But
GRE.
this is few times back.
That's
so
true.
maybe according to the latest
Yeah, it
selection
can
procedure, it can
yeah,
happen.
it
GRE
can
might
happen,
help to get
yeah,
the
It
admission.
can happen that there is like lot of people
Yeah,
applying for the
applying.
same position, and
Yeah.
then they are confused. Everyone has the same qualification for.
And they are also submitting GRE.
That's true. That's true.
Then
Then,
I-
actually it will play. a
Yeah.
role.
So since we did not submit GRE, but we recommend that you submit GRE because that I think might increase the chance of getting an admit in RPTU Kaiserslautern. So I think these are all the set of documents that we discussed. Any more point, Muntasir, that you want to add?
No, I think this is it. So this is the list of document you should prepare
Yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah.
Before applying, just prepare it, write it in a Word document, convert it in a PDF, make it ready, and then on the portal you can just submit it.
Yeah, and I think one more document we discussed about the assessment fee.
That's
so I think
true.
it's important you have a receipt of an assessment fee that might be required when you are in the portal and submitting the application. So I think that's it for this video. Thank you, Mundasir, for sharing all these information, these list of documents, and I think your queries are cleared now. If not, then you can mention in the comments as well. I'll end this vlog now. Rest, like, comment, share, subscribe. It doesn't take much time. Bye bye. Ciao ciao. Namaste. Chalo. See you in new day, new vlog. Also, you can go to different playlist and watch videos according to your interest. You can also go to RPTU Cassette Loudon playlist. There the vlogs are also in English, so you can watch that as well whenever you get time. Bye bye.